Hey Scorpio, what's going on? We are here with a timeless reading. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, welcome to the channel. For those of you that don't know, the way that I do the readings is kind of like a free-for-all. So we just see what's coming out, read the energy. It's kind of like a stream of consciousness. Okay, we're starting off with the Three of Swords and the Magician. Magician has an intention. This is kind of feeling like transmuting energy. Three of Swords is something that we're feeling right now that feels heavy or that feels painful, that we're working through, and there's a desire to work through and get to a point where we're healing. And having the Magician here, it can be like, I have this pain and I'm transmuting it by creating art, or I'm going to like write something, or I'm going to make music about it, or I'm going to make a film about it. It can really be anything that we're doing, but it doesn't have to be in a way that's so tangible. It can be like in the way that I'm moving or in the way that I'm speaking. I want to make sure that I'm like creating a healing environment, or that I'm holding space, or that I'm not creating further pain. And it can also be aware too of our thoughts as well, having Mercury here with the Magician. And like also I've experienced this that was challenging to me. Now when I'm going about things within my life, like am I creating with the intention of healing, or with the intention of like passing on the pain that I've experienced? And so that can be coming up as well. We're going to get deeper into this situation. I am seeing the Four of Swords, so you could feel right now like you need a bit of a break or need to rest. But I do see this as right now you may find it be like an opportune time to take this, whatever this was that has happened that's feeling very like relevant to you right now, and do something creative with it. I'm seeing this be a suggestion for you. So if you are going through something, regardless of when it happened, you're feeling it, do something expressive with it with the Magician. Transmute it in a creative way, so you don't have to sit with the stuck energy. This can mean too that like you're going through something heavy emotionally, but having the Magician, it's like still trying to like sort of keep up and tend to the stuff that needs to be tended to as well. Like I gotta keep going, but I'm still dealing with this. Let's put all the cards back. I was seeing the Devil be connected to Three of Swords. That's going to be something really heavy. I do feel like the energy is starting off slow, so maybe not a whole lot is going on for you right now. Okay, Queen of Swords. Maybe picking through something, but this can be in a mental way. Queen of Swords is about us using our discernment. Yeah, no, you are picking through something here. This is like really thinking about how you're expressing yourself. And this can also be like prioritizing you, prioritizing boundaries too. Like I'm even getting a no nonsense vibe right now, Scorpio. Maybe you're also getting on top of something where you're like, I don't want to be indecisive about this. I want to be clear. What are you prioritizing? If you are prioritizing setting boundaries, which means first you need to check in with yourself and figure out what they are before you can communicate about it. So it's sort of like a two-step process. I need to touch base with myself. I need to reflect, figure out where I draw the line in this area of my life. And then I need to prioritize that. That means to, like, I need to figure out what those things are. Maybe some of you guys right now, like, you've never been strict with setting boundaries and now you feel like it's necessary for you, because what I'm seeing is that based off of what's happened, you probably don't want to experience that again, be in that type of situation again. Because I am seeing you definitely feel heartbroken over something here, so you do definitely feel hurt. And now having Queen of Swords is like, how do I not repeat that pattern? By having boundaries, Queen of Swords. So this means that when situations are happening, I'm not just doing whatever within them. I'm actually looking at, like, what's going on here? Am I comfortable with this? Am I not comfortable with this? Do I have a boundary? Does this align with my values? It's like that sort of thing with the air energy. It's like taking the time to actually reflect on things and to process, I'm also hearing. And I'm seeing as well that it seems like it's helping you to prioritize your mental health right now, which is going to be a really big thing, like archetypally with Scorpio, right? Because Scorpio rules psychology and mental health. It's always going to be a topic for discussion, and it's always going to be something that feels relevant as well. Where your psyche is and how that is connected with the experience that you're having. Which it's interesting too, right? Because Scorpio is a water sign, so we think, oh, like the emotions, but it's also cerebral as well because of being connected with psychology, like how we're thinking, how we're understanding things, how we're breaking things down, how we are impacted also. Because mental health is that mix between like the air and the water energy. So it's about tending to both of these sides of you. You have an opportunity that's coming to you. The suggestion is that you assess this completely. Like, I'm talking about, like, strip it all the way down to understand this. Whatever this is that's being presented to you, whatever door this is that's opening, you need to check out what's going to be behind it if you walk through. And make sure that it's aligning for you where you are right now. And know too that, like, with the Queen of Swords, it's like sometimes we're in a more open spot. Sometimes we're in a more vulnerable spot where we need to be more protective of our energy. Sometimes we are like more up for an experience. Sometimes we need to prioritize things that allow us to feel safe. So you sort of need to figure out where you are with this and how this thing coming in is going to sort of mix with where you are. Like, is this going to be something that you feel will benefit you, or is this something that's not in alignment? But I'm seeing your guides be like, you need to use your discernment to check in and see. So it's not a yes, it's not a no, it's a I need to look at this and figure that out. And actually spend the time doing that instead of just taking this or dismissing it. It's actually seeing, like, does this opportunity actually fit? Is this something that I want to take? Some of you, there's another person on the other end of this. I'm definitely getting a vibe for this other person, but there may be like a little bit of an age gap between you and them. Or maybe something significant about the age of someone. Okay. There's you, and there's this other person in the room with you. They want an opportunity with you. Their intention, it seems like, is to like tie you down in some way. Like, it looks to me like, hey, are you interested maybe in being in a relationship with me or getting into something serious with me? And I am seeing them show up and like wanting to give and have this be a reciprocal exchange, but you have to figure out like whether or not that's what this feels like to you. And also, like, is it the time for you to be doing this? Like, are you up for this right now? I'm not seeing any like issues with anything. This feels like it's more of a preference thing for you and where you are, and needing to check in and be like, am I actually up for this currently? Like, how do I feel about this opportunity? Do I feel like it's gonna work like with me and what I have going on currently? Because it does. Just having the Four of Wands here shows that like this is something that could potentially become like a staple of sorts within your life. And so it's like, do you have the time right now to be tending like full time to a relationship or to a commitment? Because it doesn't only have to be a relationship, but for most of you, this is gonna be a relationship. And this is somebody that's like, I want it to be you and I, you know, that sort of thing. Where it like, it's not a casual thing. This would be something serious is what I'm seeing. But as I said before, like, you need to check in and be like, right now where I am within my life, not yesterday, not tomorrow. It's like right now, is this something that I can also like add to my plate of everything else that I have going on right now? Is this something that I even want to? Am I interested in this? How do I feel about it? Because I am seeing it be like an opportunity for a relationship. And just know too, like, somebody can be coming through and be very compatible with you as far as like personality and energy, but you could be at a point in your life where you're like, I'm focused on I'm focused on my career right now, so I can't really tend to a relationship like that. So know sort of like everything needs to fall into place in order for this to be working for you. In order for it to be functional for you within your life. So that's really the question at the end of the day, because I don't think it's a matter of compatibility. You do look like you're compatible with this person, but it's about like, can I participate in like any serious relationship like this right now? Because I don't really think it's about the person, even though like of course they're relevant, but I'm not really seeing that be the thing that's up for discussion or figuring out. Like, you may know already, like I do have chemistry with them, like I do care about them, I am attracted to them, like whatever's on your list of what you look for in a partner. But it's like, is this the time and place for you to be entering into a relationship or entering into some sort of commitment that would take like habitual tending to? Like, can you show up and give 100%, or at least show up and give what this person is expecting? I'm seeing Temperance. Temperance is like, well, we're gonna have to find out, but the answer may not be clear. It may not be obvious immediately. It may be something where you sort of have to see. But Temperance would suggest take your time with this before you like necessarily commit to it. So it's like taking time checking this out, taking time checking in, and sort of feeling how you feel, seeing how you feel. You know, it's like, what is my intuition actually telling me? What are my feelings telling me? Like, what is the vibe telling me? What's the energy telling me? What's my higher self telling me? And like taking the time to actually listen to that. This feels like a really deep check-in that's needed here. That's going to give you the correct answer. for like whether or not this is right for you to get involved in. But yeah, maybe you don't know right away and it's going to take a minute to find out. I feel like there's going to be a bit of a trial period with you and this person. If you are the Queen of Swords here, you may not fall immediately into this, and you may really spend time trying to figure out like whether this is going to be a right fit or not. Again, trial period. If you are the King of Cups, you may be dealing with somebody that could be hard to read sometimes, and you may feel like they're more cerebral than emotional with you. But if they decide to connect with you, they're going to enter into the space differently with you. Like, it's going to be more emotional. But I'm seeing right now, again, like if you're the King of Cups in this person that you're dealing with, they're trying to sort of like mentally figure things out before they invest. Because this is the type of person that like when they're invested, and they just want to be sure of sort of like what they're signing up for and whether or not that will work, because this is the type of person that's like, if I say yes to this, like I'm all the way in. So it may take them a minute to sort of figure it out, which is a better thing for you anyway, because then you know that you're like getting a real answer from this person. Like they're going to say yes and they're going to mean it, or they're going to say no and they're going to mean it. So that's really the beauty of if you're the King of Cups and this other person is the Queen of Swords with you, because they are not going to lead you on. They'll be very, very direct with you, very, very clear. And they'll even be able to tell you all the reasons why too. Like this is somebody that they think about things, they're very reflective, and they have a way with words. They're good at articulating things. And they know why they do what they do. I do get like a very grounded vibe from this King of Cups here. Like they feel steady, and they feel like they're really in the place to show up. And they really want to do this with you. But again, like you have to decide if you're in the place for this and you want to. So as far as, of course we're gonna like go here, okay? Let me just tell you what I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing any red flags. I'm not seeing something where your guides are like, this isn't a good idea. I'm not seeing any issues with this person that you're connecting with. I'm seeing everything be good and everything is fine. But it's about, as I said before, even though like this person is relevant, it's almost like not even about the person. It's more so like, are you willing to fit this within your life right now? Like, is this something that you can tend to? Like, can you prioritize this relationship? And it's like, if you feel like you can, and this is something that you want to prioritize, then I'm seeing you definitely have the green light for sure with this person. Or at least to spend time like figuring out what your answer is going to be. But I just like, if I were seeing something where I'm like, this isn't a good idea, or like back out of it, or tell them no, or dismiss it, or like your guides are saying not to, I'm not seeing anything like that. So just want to be very, very clear about what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing this be like a pretty prime opportunity, but it's all about like the place that you're in, and when you check in and connect with your discernment, is this something that you would feel like excited to participate in, and something that you want to be part of your life? I'm just seeing Sagittarius here. Hold on. I'm seeing some other stuff. I just need to check this out. Some of you may have had something that happened in the past that could potentially be affecting the way that you're looking at this. because to come off in the energy of the Queen of Swords, like you could be a little bit guarded, like guarded in a way where you could keep people at arm's length. So you may do that with this person a little bit, sort of until you like make sure that they're safe for you. Which I'm getting like a very non-threatening energy from this King of Cups. Like they really seem like somebody that's willing to hold space with you and sort of just like be steady for you in that way. Yeah, I'm seeing your guides just say to move towards what it is that you want and that be the advice, but to take time actually figuring out what that is for you, but just go in the direction of what you want. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.